It would help people integrate into their communities.
It reduces the risk of exploitation and modern slavery.
It would help fill critical labour shortages in the UK and support growth.
It would improve the mental health of people seeking asylum.
It will allow people to provide for their families and not live on £5.84 a day during the cost of living crisis.
It would save £300 million every year.
37% of people seeking sanctuary have a university education.
94% of asylum seekers want to work.
Almost half of people seeking asylum would have been critical workers during the pandemic.
81% of the public support this policy.
It's backed by business groups and unions.
2/3 of businesses support this policy.
More than 180,000 people signed a petition for the ban to be lifted.
The House of Lords called for the ban to be lifted 3 times in 2022.
It would bring the UK in line with countries like Australia, France, Spain and Ireland.
The United Nations has called for the UK to give people seeking asylum the right to work.
The government's own independent advisors, the Migration Advisory Committee, say that the ban causes harm and should be reviewed.
Almost 70 Conservative politicians wrote to the Prime Minister in 2022 calling for the ban to be lifted.
A majority of the political party in Parliament support lift the ban.
More than 65% of businesses said they would consider offering persons seeking asylum jobs.
The Lift the Ban coalition has nearly 300 members, including Crisis, Oxfam, the Salvation Army, the Adam Smith Institute and many, many others.
It's the right thing to do.
It's just common sense.
First, I leave my family and my friend and come to UK. Really, I feel sad because it's different life.
When I left my home, it was sad, but it was very pleased to me at the same time because I have a reason to leave, so I was forced to leave. So that's why happy and sad at the same time.
When I had left my country, I was scared because if I stay in Syria, my life around by dangerous. But I feel not okay. We have culture different, another country, and everything different. I lost everything. I have to start again.
I left all my memory, all my souvenir, my family there, release whole my life there.
It was difficult to leave. I leave my country because as journey is not good, it's bad and long journey.
Arriving in Birmingham, so at the first it was scared and confused at the same time because I didn't know if I can be successful in this country. So I was a little bit scared until I found a lot of people and I met a lot of friends here. It became more easier for me.
Actually, when I was in Birmingham before 2 years ago, I don't know where is the Birmingham, but actually I like Birmingham now.
It feels like for me so strange. Feel like I don't know nobody, I don't know language, and like
I was scared for everything, for everybody.
It was like someone put me behind scenes in the film. I was shocked because the people were walking very fast, no one stops, and the life was very different from my home.
Yeah, it's very different and strange. I felt like that before, but when I meet the people and going around, I felt like I'm in it.
Coming to Birmingham the first time, I was confused, and I was like, I didn't know what next. So it was like, I was just hoping for the best. I was confused, I would say.
When I arrived at Birmingham, I felt okay and safe.
There was a great need, I felt, for some place where people could have some hospitality. And so I had the opportunity really to do something about it. And that's why we set it up. We set it up very simply to offer a welcome.
I thought the refugee crisis is probably one of the biggest humanitarian issues that's faced Europe. And I didn't want to get to retirement and think I did nothing to help. So I really wanted to be involved.
And the one thing I do realise, working on the door, welcoming the people, is that they do need a warm handshake, a nice cup of tea, and some friendly words.
I heard about St. Cat's Sanctuary when I was in the hostel, so I recognized the place and I came directly because I knew this place will be very helpful to me, so I can learn English and I can make friendship with others. So this place, I really like it and I consider it like my second home.
It soon became evident that many of those who were coming here needed all the practical things like clothing and hygiene and food. And so we began to provide that. The majority didn't speak English, and so we thought, right, let's see if we can teach some English. Even still, can only do all of that because of the amazing volunteers and also the benefactors. We have amazing benefactors, and they provide us with what we then give to the people.
I mainly sort clothes, because in the way, if we don't sort the clothes that are given so generously as donations, there won't be any clothes to put out for people to take home.
Most of the time, though I work in the basement, I'm so grateful and I'm satisfied that it doesn't need others know or see people. Still, we could be a helping hand wherever we are.
My motivation is from a Christian perspective, and the motivation behind that is helping people. And this is what the Sanctuary does. It helps people. It helps them to feel valued and cared for, provide for them in ways which they otherwise wouldn't be provided for in the hostile system that exists in this country, which is the more you learn about it, the more shocking it becomes. And hopefully they go away from here feeling better about being in England than maybe they did before they arrived at the Sanctuary.